Tag show. Tag show. That's gonna leave a mark, Taylor.
That's undisputed because I'm undisputed.
That sounds new.
No, that's what we had last time. Shout out to Roddy Piper.
The winner is
AEW again.
what?
But it was close.
But a very small margin. Let's not get it twisted. NXT, we in this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, NXT had 813,000 viewers as opposed to AEW's 822,000 viewers. Like 9,000 viewers difference.
We knew, honestly, I thought NXT would hit 1 million. I thought.
Because of the invasion angle and like you expect people to show up.
Yeah, but we knew this. I think everyone knew this was going to happen in regards to just NXT getting more viewerships. But it's very interesting to see that AEW
can't crack 1 million?
It hasn't cracked 1 million. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's going to be a while till they get back up there.
I don't argue that point. I feel like people are still getting used to them. As I was watching this past week on episode when Kenny Omega goes for his skydive, he likes to do the Terminator clap. And the people around the ring didn't know the Terminator clap. The people outside, like in the audience, you could hear a few doing the Terminator clap, but people ringside was just like, "What's going on?" So people are still getting used to the product.
And besides, and not only that, you just have there's different factors such as as much as we shit on WWE, a lot of people are still loyal to WWE. Yeah. Wrestling is not what it was in the 90s or the 80s or early 2000s or what have you. It's just that's not what it's at.
Right.
So you're not going to see 5-6 million people. Well, I don't think that many people watching back in the day, but 4 million on a consistent basis.
4 million, 3 million. At one point, they did hit 5.
Okay.
The heat of the whole.
Yeah.
That's because they used to hit college campuses.
Yeah. So, but at this point, at this day and age, you're not going to see that. So I expect to see this is the more or less the numbers that AEW will have. I can see NXT going to 1 million if they tease more people from the main roster going down after the Survivor Series angle. If we see more people do that, then you'll definitely see, because it's WWE fans.
Right. Ready to go to the next one?
Yeah.
WWE experienced delays from Saudi Arabia. First reported as mechanical delays, which caused over 175 superstars, crew, and employees to be stuck in Saudi. There were rumors that the initial reason for the delay was because of a rift between Vince McMahon and the Prince of Saudi Arabia. According to Dave Meltzer, some talent said they won't return to Saudi Arabia and felt deserted. Atlas Air, which is the airline they was using to fly back and forth, has issued an apology on the delays, taking full responsibility for the mechanical issues. That a lot happened during that period of time.
A lot happened, and my thing is, we don't know at this point. We don't know what's real or false, because at this point you have a lot of wrestling journalists that are reporting things that are not true, and even guys like Dave Meltzer. So or
superstars embellishing what's happening.
Not even superstars embellishing what happened, but it's just I don't know how much you're on Twitter, but it's been a thing where a lot of these wrestling journalists are getting called out for like putting these things out, and it's not true.
Yeah, so Seth Rollins definitely called out Dave
Meltzer, exactly.
Uncle Dave, I'm sorry, he dogged you out.
He ain't my uncle, but so that's a disclaimer. Just but we see we're talking about it's a talking point, but we're not saying it's true or false. But regardless, I find the wrestlers at this point don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So when you're the owner, when your owner up and leaves and lets you, kind of
chill out.
Not chill out, but just kind of
stranded.
Yeah, exactly. It's you a motherfucker for that.
Well,
And you didn't also mention how that he cut the feed.
That was proven wrong. It was never proven. That's how I want to just.
Okay.
It was never proven if it really happened. That was part of the rumors from the superstars. That's why I said some superstars embellish what happened because Carl Anderson made a comment like, "Oh, it was like basically being held hostage. I'm not going back ever again." But then you had AJ say something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So some of the wrestlers are creating their own.
I don't think it's necessarily embellished. I think it's also how they felt. If Carl Anderson felt like, yo, I want to get back home. Like, as it is, it's an uneasy situation to be in. So now all of a sudden, quote unquote, there's mechanical issues that it took that long.
But you also have somebody made a point that I agree with. If it was something that where the prince tried to hold them hostage, I'm pretty sure the U.S. would have stepped in like, yo, y'all bugging. These are American citizens.
Regardless of the fact, though, whatever the situation was, it's already an uneasy situation that a lot of people are not comfortable heading over there. So if that's how someone, honestly, if that was me, I would feel uneasy too. You don't know how different people react to different things.
No, of course.
So,
but I was about to say is Corey Graves said on his podcast that, you know, the whole thing that Vince McMahon.
Sorry.
All right. That Vince McMahon abandoned them. He said that every superstar knows that as soon as the last bell rings and he makes sure that all the superstars are safe in terms of leaving the ring, Vince jumps on his plane and goes to home or his next destination. So it's nothing new that he just left them. Like, it's something that he does every night, apparently.
I understand, but again, when you're dealing with, this is your product and you're dealing with a country that there's a lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
I just, like, yo, you're a motherfucker.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't look good. Head over to the next segment. There was some more tea this past weekend as Joey Mercury.
Wow, tea.
Some tea.
Yeah, okay. This one drop of
Joey
tea.
Mercury airs out Ring of Honor as he left the company. The Mercury went on a rant attacking GM Greg Gilland, I'm guessing, for mistreating the talent. He alleged unsafe working environment for the talent, lack of medical personnel, and security. Mercury shared a text from the GM claiming he is a breach of contract for releasing these information and showing text messages as well. And Kelly Klein has given personal emails to Mercury to expose some of the conditions that's being over at Ring of Honor.
I mean, I don't really have much to say. We just know Ring of Honor is on its way out.
Yeah, like this is the thing I've mentioned. As soon as AEW was mentioned, it was just like, all right, Ring of Honor has nowhere to really plant a flag. And then them losing their deal with New Japan didn't help either. So right now, Ring of Honor is basically really on the ropes. I mean, a few of their wrestlers was, trying to protect them and stuff like that. But a lot of people spoke out. Like what Joey Mercury was saying was not far from the truth. So right now, it looks like Ring of Honor is on a spiral. And I hope that the wrestlers that's there find a home.
Alexa Bliss is out with an injury. Bliss is currently has been reported, I think, on WWE Backstage.
I think so.
Whatever. That
What do you think of that show?
I was confused. I didn't get to watch this. I recorded it this past week. I'm just confused as the whole premiere thing. Yes,
that's what I was saying. Like, didn't they have like 2 episodes already?
Yeah. So why is it a premiere? And also, what the fuck? This guy Ryan Satin. This is the same guy that started a rumor about Sasha Banks and Bayley about crying and whatever that was completely false and basically,
Boss time!
mess with someone's mental and what have you. You hire that person. And I'm not saying WWE did because they don't have anything to do with Backstage. It's Fox. You hire. Like, how do you hire something like with credentials that on Twitter that you see is just toxic or just like bullshit? There's so many other people that
you could have picked.
That you could have picked that's authentic.
What happened with CM Punk?
Yeah, like, you picked this motherfucker? But, anyway, besides that, I like the show.
Fox is also with SmackDown, which is where Sasha is. The fuck?
I don't know, but on that note, it only got like 49,000 views, so I don't see how long this is going to continue.
Really?
Yeah, so it's only 49,000 views. But yeah, going back to Alexa Bliss.
Sorry, Bliss, we didn't mean to hijack.
Sorry. We hope you get well soon. She didn't go to ringside.
And the last match she had was in Hell in a Cell.
But I don't know if that had anything to do with her injury that she didn't go to ringside fest, because it's like
she probably have a sling. Don't want to show.
Maybe, but she was. I mean, the pictures that she's posting. She also went to her, Charlotte, Sasha, and the Bella Twins were all at the Performance Center this past Wednesday or something. So I know they did something. I don't know what. So I don't know what was the cause for the ringside fest cancellation. But the consolation prize was pretty good. It was Becky Lynch.
Mm.
Yeah, Becky.
Did you go see Becky or?
It was last minute. I thought about it and I was like, But if I go to Chicago, then I have a chance to see Seth and Becky together at a meet and greet. And plus, it was super cold. I was hyped to see Sasha, but they had us standing out there for mad long.
How long?
Well, it started at 9. I think I didn't get inside until 10 something, maybe. Yeah, but it was cold. If it's a summer day or fall,
that's
where it's
56
Grey's
Anatomy.
In the cold.
Yeah, why not? Bundle up.
So the next time there's a meet and greet or what have you, you doing that too?
I thought you was about to say you didn't get. You got out there at 9, then you get inside till 12, and.
Okay, but I actually didn't wind up getting to her. It was 11:50. Yeah, it was close to 12. I mean, eventually we got inside.
2 episodes. See, I'm the type, if I'm stuck somewhere.
Alexa Bliss, we at the Mixed Tag Show. We hope you. But wait, we hope that you shut up. We hope that you we wish you a speedy recovery. So
sidebar. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
I have the first 3 seasons on DVD. Yo, Grey's Anatomy used to be so good in the beginning. Anyway,
I'm on season 9.
Okay, Blue.
Why you never want to have conversations
wrestling?
with me?
Because we always talking about time limits and Grey's Anatomy right now. Yes, I used to watch it
all right.
religiously, and it's still good.
We're moving on.
But I used to love Grey's Anatomy, the first 3 episodes.
Becky Lynch tops.
Wait, where is it?
You have to push. Yep.
Okay, hold on. Because we didn't really use it. Hold on.
Becky Lynch?
Nope. We can do that. All right. There we go. That's what I wanted because it was funny. Okay.
Becky Lynch tops PWI Women's 100 list at number 1. The year before, she was at number 11 or 12, I believe.
Okay.
Rounding off the list, number 2 is Flair. Number 3 is Rousey, which was kind of puzzling since she only had 3 matches in the year. But
did she? Was it only 3 matches?
Probably most likely ever 6 because she dipped out after.
But essentially,
April.
PWI's list is based off of wins and losses.
But we're all the way in November.
Yeah.
And there's all of that's missing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Baszler at number 4, which I could see. She basically dominated.
She's dominated NXT.
I'm not surprised she's not number 2, to be honest. Because she has been on a roll. Number 5 is Blanchard. I can see that as well. She could be top 3. Bailey.
I would put her top 3. She's had a phenomenal year.
Number 6 is Bailey.
Put some respect on the role model's name. You know what I mean?
She should be top 5. She's
been the quote unquote unsung hero this year of the women's division.
Yeah. She hit for top 5. Natalya at number 7.
I don't
know.
Okay.
Shirai at number 8. Martinez at number 9. And Savoy at number 10.
Shout out to Sasha Banks, who was gone for 4 months but still cracked the top
20. She cracked the top 20.
I think she was 16 or something.
She
16 or 15.
14, I think she's 14.
Something like that. But shout out to...
We hit her button already.
Boss time!
You know when you're the best, you still gotta be there somewhere. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
and then you didn't mention this, and I should have told you that they apologized to Kairi Sane that there was an error because she was actually supposed to be, I think, the top 10. I'm not sure.
They had her like at 30 something, right?
Yeah, and it was a mistake. So
yeah, Kyrie been beasting too. Where's Asuka? Well, Asuka's been kind of absent this year, but that's the thing. Asuka's been absent. Rousey dipped off after WrestleMania.
I don't really get this list either because
like, if you start to lose credibility.
If you had if it's based off of wins losses, essentially Kyrie and Asuka are in the same boat. But
yeah, and then we went to the next segment. It's the curtain call.
Yay!
It's the curtain call.
Yeah.
This week we have a discussion from our patron,
Sure.
at strong_willed. He says he asked,
shout out to him because from time to time we have a nice little conversation. He'll hit me up and ask me different things, and
right.
we talk about AEW and this and that and there. So shout out to him.
And he had some discussions and some things to say about our Evolution episode on the Patreon as well.
Shout out to him.
He asked us. This is his question because he's the producer for this segment.
So just before we get into the actual question, again, head on over to patreon.com, the mix tag show. Choose one of the tiers.
Yep.
You can submit a question and we will discuss it in our curtain call.
Yeah, and that's if you pick at least I believe it's called the bronze, which is the $5 one. You can pick a question. So yeah, shout out to him for this question right here. Do you feel NXT will come away with a significant wins at Survivor Series, or will they get squashed like SmackDown last year when they were the clear favorites?
I don't think they're going to come away with wins.
I don't think so either. I think they're set up to take the pin on every match.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks because this is the moment that you want to establish some of your stars.
Especially when you have what we call Wednesday night wars.
Right.
You want to give credibility to NXT. So I don't think they'll be booked to win anything. I would hope. I don't see it, like, realistically, the one match that I would like to see them probably win would be the tag team match. It's just because you don't really have a clear cut winner for Raw or SmackDown, like that's going to be dominant.
Right.
You have Undisputed.
Right.
Undisputed's
They've been
over.
in the team for like how long?
Yeah, like you have the Revival. We don't know what's gonna happen. Well, we didn't catch the spoilers, and SmackDown's happening later on today, so we don't know what's gonna happen between the Revival and New Day. But I feel like the Revival will retain.
I could see them losing just to put, two faces versus a heel into the match.
I know, but I just feel like at this particular moment, that New Day again, it's like New Day.
Where's the Usos?
New Day is kind of weak right now because there's no Xavier Woods.
He's out for a year.
With the Achilles thing. And then Kofi, I feel like he's having, like,
identity issues?
Exactly. So if they play it right, it could be, a lot can go with that. So, but going back to the actual match, I think that's the only match we can see on the card that maybe potentially NXT superstars will win.
I would love to see Baszler make Becky tap out.
I want to see Bayley win because you're underestimating Bayley, who has had a fantastic year.
Time out. So I got to it a couple of people on Twitter.
What the fuck you mean time out?
I got to it with a couple of people this past week on Twitter because I had a problem with Fox WWE on Fox account.
Why?
Because they posted up graphics for Survivor Series where they had the NXT graphic up where it was Adam Cole, Shayna Baszler, Finn Balor in the middle. Cool, I can understand. You put the champions on the side. Then you went to Raw and you had Becky Lynch in the middle, Seth Rollins, and who they put on the other side? I want to say Brock, but it might be wrong.
Okay.
But I was just like, okay, Becky's the man, I guess.
And who do you have for SmackDown?
For SmackDown, they had Sasha. They had The Fiend.
Boss time!
They had The Fiend, and then Roman.
Let him. Sorry, because we don't have a sound for that.
Right, let me in.
And then
they had Roman Reigns in the middle. Now, the problem I had with that, right?
The big dog!
Is this is why this man gets booed.
Okay, but you see, but now I can see you being biased. If you have that energy, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
Because I also had an issue with as much as I love Sasha, where the fuck is Bayley? Bayley's your champion.
Sasha's the star,
but
man.
I'm saying, like,
that's the star.
If that's what you want to play with storyline,
nah,
cool.
I'm kidding. I get it. I
right?
understand.
And another thing is, if you're gonna go because one of the responses was, where somebody said something about that. They were like, well, if you didn't notice, we're putting the champions on the quarter and then feature somebody in the middle. I'm like, but Becky's in the front on Raw. That's what I said. Like, and somebody's like, oh, this is why Roman gets the hate because of you. I'm like, it's not hate. I don't hate Roman. I'm just explaining to you, like, this is why he gets booed. Like, he's been getting booked, right? I admit that. He hasn't been good.
He hasn't been booed over a year. Like,
not over a year. He's only been like a couple of months. He came back earlier this year. It's only been a couple of months.
He left in October. It's well past October. It's November. He hasn't been booed.
When he's not on TV, don't count. He came back in like February.
All right.
Anyway, but I'm just saying, like, this is what the setup of failure is. Like, you set him up to fail. If you wanted to put him on the poster, fine.
But again,
put him on the poster.
You have to have that same energy in regards to Sasha. As much as I love her too, I'm fine that she was on it because I'm a Sasha fan. But that same argument that you have, then technically she shouldn't be on there.
That's what I said. I admit that. I admit that. So Bayley should have been on there as well.
Yeah, but then you're saying, like, I felt like that your statement is still more directed towards Roman.
Because at the end of the day, Sasha's not going to get booed for being pushed because she's been deserving more than anything. Like, this is a repeat. She's just fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's been put in the back burner for so long, so it's not much of an argument. I understand. Like, for me, Bayley should be there. But if Bayley's not there, it is there for Sasha. Cool. But if this dude get no Booker T moment, If this dude gets booed again, don't get mad at the fans. Blame yourself. Because the Fiend is your hottest person right now.
That's fine. I don't think he's gonna get booed. I promise you on Friday, later on this episode with Roman versus Baron Corbin, he's gonna get booed. He's gonna get booed because of this poster. I do agree.
I'm not saying because of the poster, but it's a build. Like it's a constant mindset.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but let's give them. I know it's weird to say. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't been booked. He hasn't been booked dominant like that. You're right. You have. So that's kind of a moot point. I do agree, especially Bayley. You booked Bray Wyatt extremely strong. He's the champion now. Fine, you didn't put him on there even though he's the champion.
No, he's on the side.
Oh, he is on the side. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. But okay, he's your hottest star. Put him in the middle.
Regardless of the fact, Bayley needs to be there. 1, 2, and I also see, I don't know, and I don't think it's storyline purposes. I think it was just a miscue, but that feeds up to the storyline. Like, you're all underestimating me. Shayna and Becky had that stare off or talk, promo, but Bayley's just like, okay, I held all 3 titles plus the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yeah, pay attention to me.
Right.
So if WWE plays it right, I can see Bayley taking the win, as she should. Because honestly, have Shayna eat the pin. You're not gonna have Becky. Let's keep it 100. Becky's not gonna eat the pin. Bayley's gonna. She's not. At this point, she's not.
Let's be honest. If Becky eats the pin, does it hurt her in any way?
Does it hurt Shayna? No.
Yes.
How? She's been dominant for a whole ass.
And then she goes to the main roster and then get pinned. That kills it.
But it's the whole thing about, NXT was trying to make it a third brand, but the main roster people are looking at you as you're still a minor league. So it's not gonna hurt Shayna. I promise you, she'll still be a dominant champion. I think, and like you said, I think Shayna is probably going to eat the pin. Becky, if she eats the pin, it's not going to hurt her. However, it's not going to happen because they're building her for WrestleMania. That's not going to happen.
Yo, come on.
Bayley's a heel. She can get the sneaky win.
Here's the thing, right? Who do you see beating Becky at WrestleMania? I know we get ahead of
Ronda Rousey. She's booked right now for Ronda. That's it. If Sasha didn't beat her, there's no one else. Right. You're not gonna do Becky and Charlotte again. There's literally no one else but Ronda Rousey.
I'm done.
So for Royal Rumble, expect either Sasha to win to face. No, I'm not gonna even put that in there. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what's happening with Sasha. I'm not even doing that.
That's not happening.
With Ronda, especially with Triple H saying she's coming, She's coming. Trust me. She's coming. That's who. There's no one that's up, quote unquote, up to Becky's caliber right now that can face her and potentially win.
Anyway,
well, who else is gonna face? No, seriously, who else is gonna face Becky?
It sucks because you're right.
Yeah, but on that note, it sucks. Who else is gonna face?
Because you didn't build nobody right. That's their fault. You're so focused on Ronda to be back-to-back WrestleMania opponents that you kill off. Like you don't pay attention to half your roster.
So going back to
the question
of the night.
Yes, NXT's gonna get squashed.
NXT's gonna get squashed. If I expect maybe one.
I don't
possible.
One.
I would hope
SmackDown
so.
to get one.
Yeah, but now this is a year later where NXT is now in the middle of a Wednesday night war. I think you have to salvage at least one team, and I think it probably has to be undisputed.
Ain't looking at them dudes.
Listen,
this is Vince's show. You think Vince is looking over there?
I don't know, but I feel like at least someone has to win. Is there going to be like a mid card match?
They talked about it. They said it might be Shinsuke versus.
It'd have to be Shinsuke versus AJ
versus Roderick Strong. Yeah. But I don't know.
This would be a great card. I'm excited to go to Survivor Series.
You know who has a great card? I think War Games have a great card.
Yeah.
That War Games matches is gonna really take things over the edge. I'm kind of sad that the titles won't be defended because Undisputed hold all of them. They hold all the titles, so
whatever.
They can't defend them.
Whatever.
But, who do you think? Sidebar. Who do you think is gonna be? We'll talk about that when we get to that week. Never mind. We got a guest that week too, so it's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun. On that note, again, shout out to @strong_willed. Thank you for the question on Patreon. If you guys want to participate and send us your questions so we can answer them and give you guys our opinion, head on over to patreon.com.
Pick that tier.
Pick the tier /The Mixed Tag Show. Help us out.
Tag show.